storm that learned to steer itself, took all that weather off the shelf of wild and uncontrolled, and gave it shape and name. Learned to use the energy without feeding the flame. Because a storm without direction destroys what it could build. A man without control leaves everything unfilled. I am the controlled storm. I choose where the rain falls. I choose which walls get tested. I choose which fortress calls. For everything I'm carrying, I decide the when and where. The controlled storm still moves mountains. It just moves them with care. I used to let it loose at every provocation, every small injustice, every small frustration. But I burned good things down, that way, things I needed. And I learned the hard lesson of storms that went unheeded. So now I feel the rising, and I breathe into the weight. I choose the direction, I choose the time and date. I am the controlled storm. I choose where the rain falls. I choose which walls get tested. I choose which fortress calls. For everything I'm carrying, I decide the when and where. The controlled storm still moves mountains. It just moves them with storm, still wild underneath, still full of all the weather, still feeling every grief. The controlled storm just steers with both hands now. Not less of a storm, just more of a man who knows how. I won't pretend it didn't leave a mark. Some seasons do their damage, some seasons leave it dark. And I've been in those seasons longer than was fair. Walked out on the other side with everything still there. The scars, the missing pieces, the things that didn't survive, but also something stubborn, something still alive. Bruised but breathing, It's what I am today. Bruised but breathing. I didn't look away from everything that came for me, from everything that tried. Bruised but breathing, something in me survived. Not pretty, not polished, not the way I planned. Bruised but breathing, still standing where I stand. I've had my days of questioning what any of it was for. Had my nights of wondering if I could take one more. And the honest answer sometimes was I wasn't sure. But morning always came back, and I walked out the door. Because bruised men still have purpose, broken things still move, and the breathing is the proof of everything to prove. Bruised but breathing, that's what I am today. Bruised but breathing, I didn't look away from everything that came for me, from everything that tried. Bruised but breathing, something in me survived. Not pretty, not polished, not the way I planned. Bruised but breathing, still standing where I stand. Take it every time over the alternative, over the finish line of giving up and going quiet in the permanent way. Bruised but breathing means I get another day. The sound of power isn't what most think. It isn't thunder rolling. It isn't chains that clink. It's the sound of footsteps steady on the floor. It's the silence before entering. It's the closing of a door. It's the breath before the answer, long and deliberate. It's the pause that tells the room this man is intimate with everything around him, with everything at stake. It's the sound of a man who knows knows what choices make. The sound of power is the quietest thing alive. It's the hum beneath the surface of a man who will survive. The sound of power doesn't need an amplifier. It moves through walls and decades. It moves through mud and fire. I've been practicing that sound for longer than I'll say, stripping out the urgency, the performance and the display. What's left is something simpler, something older than the noise. A man aligned with purpose, making deliberate choice. And the room responds accordingly, not from fear but weight, the kind of gravity that forms when a man accepts his fate. The sound of power is the quietest thing alive. It's the hum beneath the surface of a man who will survive. The sound of power doesn't need an amplifier. It moves through walls and decades. It moves through mud and fire. Is my footstep on the ground, is the word I choose to say, and the ones I never sound. The sound of power lives inside the space between what I could say and what I choose to place. In silence, every time. What I was planning, just started building while they were scanning the horizon for problems I'd already solved. I'd been 3 steps ahead while they were still involved in the conversation about whether it was possible. I was already proving it was. Not secretive, not cunning, just efficient with the truth. Some things are better shown than announced in your youth. Move first, act later. Let the silence be the plan. Don't announce the destination, just be further than they can. Follow or imagine, explain. Move first, act later, in the sun and in the rain. I've seen ambition killed by proclamation, the excitement of the telling replacing the creation. So I keep the plans close to the chest, announce the thing when finished, and let the rest take care of itself in the doing and the building. The only press release is the thing I'm yielding to the world when it's ready, to the room when it's done. Move first, act later, then step into the sun. Move first, act later, let the silence be the plan. Don't announce the destination, just be further than they can. Follow or imagine, let the work explain. Move first, act later, in the sun and in the rain. Entire worlds in silence, while others dry their tears over plans that never started, over dreams they just discussed. Move first, act later, and silence is a must. Comfort comes knocking every single morning with its soft suggestions and its gentle warning that today could be easier, that the rest is earned, that I've done enough already, that the bridge is burned. Far enough for now that I could let it go. But I've heard that voice before, and I know where it leads. Nowhere I wanna be, nowhere I respect, nowhere near the man I'm working to protect from the slow erosion of the easy everyday, from the thousand small surrenders that take the man away. I don't negotiate with comfort, I acknowledge it and move. I don't negotiate with comfort, I got something left to prove. Not to anyone watching, only to the man I face. I don't negotiate with comfort, comfort doesn't hold my place. At the table of the building, the altar of the word, what's ahead. I've lost months to comfort, I've lost years to the soft, paid the price of easy and found it cost the most of anything I've given, because what it takes in trade is the compound of the future, is the progress that gets delayed by every yes to comfort, by every skipped hard thing. And I don't have enough life left to keep offering that much to the easy, that much to the pause. I don't negotiate with comfort, I live by different laws. I don't negotiate with comfort, I acknowledge it and move. I don't negotiate with comfort, I got something left to prove. Not to anyone watching, only to the man I face. I don't negotiate with comfort, comfort doesn't hold my place. At the table of the building, at the altar of the word, I don't negotiate with comfort, I let it pass and turn back to what I came for, back to what I said. I don't negotiate with comfort, I negotiate with what's ahead. I don't negotiate with comfort, and some days it's hard to keep. Some days comfort is so warm and the bed is so deep. But I don't negotiate with comfort, because I know what I'd become. A man who had the chance and chose the comfortable song over the extraordinary, over the full life lived. I don't negotiate with comfort, I negotiate with everything I give. Run alone, not because I failed the pack, but because I outgrew the need to look back for permission or approval, for a nod or a sign. I trust my own compass, I trust my own line, and the wolves I've run with were good for a season, but seasons always turn, and so do reasons. Lone wolf anthem playing in my chest, lone wolf anthem, I passed every test, not of their making, but of my own design. Lone wolf anthem, moving down the line, of a life I built myself from the ground to the sky. Lone wolf anthem, and I'll tell you why. because the pack slows down the ones who know the way. And I got too much ground to cover to stop and stay. I've been invited back more times than I remember, into circles that would dim me from July to December. And I've declined with gratitude, without anger or scorn. Just a man who knows his nature, just a man who was born to run his own direction at his own pace. The lone wolf doesn't need the validation of the race, just the open ground ahead, just the honest sky, just the freedom of the choosing, just the reason why. Lone wolf anthem playing in my chest. Lone wolf anthem, I passed every test. Not of their making, but of my own design. Lone wolf anthem, moving down the line. From the ground to the sky, lone wolf anthem. This is why. Choosing every morning who I'm gonna be. Lone wolf anthem, not lonely, not lost, just a man who knows that freedom has a cost, and he paid it gladly every single time. There are days I have nothing left in the tank, days the road is too long and the light is too faint, days I question the purpose of the whole design, days I can't remember what I thought was mine. And on those days, I don't look for the finish, I don't look for the answer or the way to diminish the weight of the moment. I just look at the ground and I find one more step and I put it down. One more step, that's all I ask of myself. One more step, not the whole shelf of everything remaining, just the next right thing. One more step is everything. When the mountain is too tall to think about the top, one more step is the only way to not stop. I've made it through the worst of this life, one step at a time. Never seen the summit, just the next small climb. And what looked impossible from the bottom of the hill became something I stood on, became something still and real in mind and worth every inch. One more step, never let me flinch from the things that needed facing, from the ground that needed taking. One more step is the only move worth making. One more step, that's all I ask of myself. One more step, not the whole shelf of everything remaining, just the next right thing. One more step is everything. When the mountain is too tall to think about the top, one more step is the only way to not stop. One more step, I've been taking them for years. One more step through the doubt and through the fears. One more step has gotten me this far. One more step beneath the same star that watched me start so long ago. One more step is all I'll ever need to know. There's a lie available at every turn of the road, a comfortable story to lighten the load of accountability, of honest self-review, the lie that says you're fine when you know that's not true. And I've told it to myself more than I should, lived inside the comfort of the misunderstood version of myself that needed to believe the comfortable lie was easier to receive. Reject the comfortable lie, even when it helps. Reject the comfortable lie, pull it off the shelf. Of the stories you've been telling about why things are the way they are. Reject the comfortable lie that's been holding back the start. You were always meant to be underneath the easy explanation. Reject the comfortable lie and face the real foundation. It costs something real to choose the honest heart, to look at your reflection and put down the facade. But the man who lives the truth, even when it burns, comfortable never learns, because the lie might be easier in the short run of the night, but the truth is what you wake to, and the truth becomes the light. Reject the comfortable lie, even when it helps. Reject the comfortable lie, pull it off the shelves of the stories you've been telling about why things are the way they are. Reject the comfortable lie that's been holding back the star. You were always meant to be underneath the easy explanation. Reject the comfortable lie and face the real foundation. Reject the comfortable lie. I do it every day, not perfectly, not always, but I know the only way to build something real is on the honest ground. Reject the comfortable lie and let the truth be found.
I walked into the room and said absolutely nothing, but every eye moved toward me like a quiet drum drumming. Not because I demanded it, not because I tried, just because a man with purpose can't completely hide. And I've learned that presence isn't volume or size, it's the weight of a man who's paid his full price. The loudest silence is the one I carry in, the kind that fills a room before I even begin. The loudest silence is my strongest word. The most powerful thing about me is the one you never heard. I've watched men perform their power like a stage. All that noise and posture, all that borrowed rage. But the room always knows the difference in the end between a man of substance and a man of pretend. Because real authority needs no announcement, it just enters the room and makes its pronouncement. The loudest silence is the one I carry in, the kind that fills a room before I even begin. The loudest silence is my strongest word. The most powerful thing about me is the one you never heard. I've shared tables with people who took more than they gave, shared my time and energy, shared my best and brave. And I walked away lighter, not in spirit but in load, because some company is weight and some weight slows the road. I don't say this with bitterness, I say it having learned that the peace of being alone is something that gets earned. Better alone than wrong, better quiet than noise, better one clear voice inside than 1,000 borrowed joys. Better alone than wrong, I know this in my bones. Some men are only found when they stop and go home, to themselves, to the silence, to the thing they know is true. Better alone than wrong is how I came to you. I watch people stay in the wrong rooms too long, telling themselves the story that somewhere in the throng was the connection they needed, was the tribe they sought. And I've been that person, and I know what it cost. So now I choose the empty chair over the filled wrong seat. I choose the honest silence over the incomplete. Better alone than wrong, better quiet than noise, better one clear voice inside than 1,000 borrowed joys. Better alone than wrong, I know this in my bones. Some men are only found when they stop and go home, to themselves, to the silence, to the thing they know is true. Better alone than wrong is how I came to you. Better alone than wrong, and I mean every word, not with pride or posture, just the truest thing I've heard from the deepest part of knowing what this life is for. Better alone than wrong, and I choose it evermore. People ask me, don't I get lonely out here? And I tell them honestly that lonely isn't what I fear. Lonely is what happens when you're with the wrong ones. This here is just me and the road and the sun. There's a freedom in the choosing of the company you keep, including choosing no one, including choosing sleep. Over the noise of people who don't know what they want, I choose the open silence. I choose the long gone. I choose this road. Nobody put me here. I choose this road with both eyes open clear. Not exile, not punishment, not a consolation prize. I choose this road because I finally realize that the right kind of alone is better than the wrong kind of together. I choose this road in every kind of weather. I've been in rooms packed full of the wrong energy, spent years surrounded by comfortable enemies, and I'd rather have this silence than that kind of fool. I'd rather walk this empty road than be used as a tool. Because solitude with purpose is a different kind of wealth. It's the richest I have ever been. Just myself, I choose this road. Nobody put me here. I choose this road with both eyes open clear. Not exile, not punishment, not a consolation prize. I choose this road because I finally realize that the right kind of alone is better than the wrong kind of together. I choose this road in every kind of weather. Because there's nothing else, but because this is the way that leads to who I'm meant to be. Uncompromised and whole, I choose this road because this road chose my soul. I stopped looking for the easier way. Stopped asking how to make the hard things less than they weigh. Because the heart is not the enemy, the heart is the design. The resistance is the sculptor of everything that's mine. You don't build real strength on comfortable ground. You build it in the places where the difficulty is found. Hard is the point, not the problem to avoid. the difficult. Hard is the point, and that's the difficult. Truth that makes the difference between the man who lasts and the man who spent his whole life avoiding what hardens fast. I've watched men engineer their lives around the soft and wondered what they'd have when the ground beneath was lost. Because the soft ground shifts when pressure comes to call, and only what was built hard remains after the fall. So give me the hard morning, give me the difficult year, give me everything that builds me, give me everything I fear to overcome, because the overcoming is the whole entire thing. Hard is the point, hard is everything. Hard is the point, not the problem to avoid. Hard is the point, the thing that can't be destroyed is the thing that was made inside the difficult. Hard is the point, and that's the difficult. Truth that makes the difference between the man who lasts and the man who spent his whole life avoiding what hardens fast. Hard is the point, I build on this belief. Hard is the gift disguised as grief. Hard is the point, and every hard thing given is another layer added to the life I'm living fully, without apology, all the way. All the way. I've shared tables with people who took more than they gave. Shared my time and energy, shared my best and brave. And I walked away lighter, not in spirit but in load, because some company is weight and some weight slows the road. I don't say this with bitterness, I say it having learned that the peace of being alone is something that gets earned. Better alone than wrong, better quiet than noise, better one clear voice inside than 1,000 borrowed joys. Better alone than wrong, I know this in my bone. Some men are only found when they stop and go home. to themselves, to the silence, to the thing they know is true. Better alone than wrong is how I came to you. I watched people stay in the wrong rooms too long, telling themselves the story that somewhere in the throng was the connection they needed, was the tribe they sought. And I've been that person, and I know what it cost. So now I choose the empty chair over the filled wrong seat. I choose the honest silence over the incomplete. Better alone than wrong, better quiet the noise, better one clear voice inside than 1,000 borrowed joys. Better alone than wrong, I know this in my bones. Some men are only found when they stop and go home, to themselves, to the silence, to the thing they know is true. Better alone than wrong is how I came to you. Better alone than wrong, and I mean every word, not with pride or posture, just the truest thing I've heard from the deepest part of knowing what this life is for. Better alone than wrong, and I choose it evermore. I stopped explaining what I was going to do, started just doing it and letting it come through. No press release, no announcement made, just the work appearing where the promise was laid. Because words are easy, anyone can speak, but the man who delivers is the one worth the seek. Actions, not words, that's the language I speak. Not in the meetings, not in the critique. Actions, not words, laid down brick by brick, the only declaration that doesn't make me sick. I've heard 1,000 plans that never left the room, 1,000 declarations swallowed by the gloom of inaction and intention, never turning real. Give me the man who builds things over the man who feels, because feeling without doing is just noise in the And I've run out of patience for the talk without the bend. Actions, not words, that's the language I speak. Not in the meetings, not in the critique. Actions, not words, lay down brick by brick. The only declaration that doesn't make me sick. Let the work be the voice. Let the results be the statement. Let the outcome be the choice. Actions, not words. When I'm gone, let them say he didn't talk about it much, he just built it anyway. There's a lie available at every turn of the road, a comfortable story to lighten the load of accountability, of honest self-review. The lie that says you're fine when you know that's not true. And I've told it to myself more than I should. Lived inside the comfort of the misunderstood version of myself that needed to believe the comfortable lie was easier to receive. Reject the comfortable lie, even when it helps. Reject the comfortable lie, pull it off the shelves. All the stories you've been telling about why things are the way they are. Reject the comfortable lie that's been holding back the start. You were always meant to be underneath the easy explanation. Reject the comfortable lie and face the real foundation. It costs something real to choose a honest heart, to look at your reflection and put down the facade. But the man who lives the truth, even when it burns, earns a kind of freedom the comfortable never learns. Because the lie might be easier in the short run of the night, but the truth is what you wake to, and the truth becomes the lie. Reject the comfortable lie, even when it helps. Reject the comfortable lie, pull it off the shelves. All the stories you've been telling about why things are the way they are. Reject the comfortable lie that's been Reject the comfortable life and face the real foundation. Something real is on the honest ground. Reject the comfortable lie and let the truth be found. Most men stop at the edge of the unknown, wait for a guarantee, wait for a sign to be shown. But I've learned that the dark doesn't move for the waiting. It only reveals itself to the ones who keep navigating. And I've been afraid more times than I'll admit, but I walked in anyway, and I learned from it. Walk into the dark, that's where the brave men go. Walk into the dark, not knowing what you'll know. On the other side of fear, on the other side of doubt, walk into the dark, that's what courage is about. Not the absence of the trembling, not the absence of the night. Walk into the dark and become your own light. I've stood at those edges more than once this life. Felt the cold uncertainty, felt the inner strife. And every time I entered what I feared the most, I found it less than terrible, just a different coast. And what I build in the darkness stays lit even now. The courage of the entering, the dark showed me how. Walk into the dark, that's where the brave men go. Walk into the dark, not knowing what you'll know. On the other side of fear, on the other side of doubt, walk into the dark, that's what courage is about. Not the absence of the trembling, not the absence of the night. Walk into the dark and become walk into the dark and trust the man you are. The darkness only holds you until you become the star. I run alone, not because I failed the pack, but because I outgrew the need to look back for permission or approval, for a nod or a sign. I trust my own compass, I trust my own line. And the wolves I run with were good for a season, but seasons always turn, and so do reasons. A lone wolf anthem playing in my chest. A lone wolf anthem, I passed every test. Not of them making, but of my own design. Lone wolf anthem, moving down the line of a life I built myself, from the ground to the sky. Lone wolf anthem, and I'll tell you why. Because the pack slows down the ones who know the way, and I've got too much ground to cover to stop and stay. I've been invited back more times than I remember, in the circles that would dim me from July to December. And I've declined with gratitude, without anger or scorn. Just a man who knows his nature, just a man who was born to run his own direction at his own pace. The lone wolf doesn't need the validation of the race, just the open ground ahead, just the honest sky, just the freedom of the choosing, just the reason why. Lone wolf anthem playing in my chest. Lone wolf anthem, I passed every test. Not of their making, but of my own design. Lone wolf anthem, moving down the line of a life I built myself, from the ground to the sky. Lone wolf anthem, this is why. Lone wolf anthem, still running, still free, still choosing every morning who I'm gonna be. Lone wolf anthem, not lonely, not lost, just a man who knows that freedom has a cost, and he paid it gladly every single time.